Okay, I'm reloaded. Captain Procrastination. Once again. Should have been did this video. I had the content prepped. But I've been off and been handling some business. Uh, I did some hunting yesterday, so I had something for a video. I'm gonna try to get to a shopping center tomorrow, and that's probably all I'm gonna do because I'm pretty much on a budget. Had to put myself on a budget because I think I was spending too much on diecast. Yeah, had a little extra money when we were quarantined, and I was just if I wasn't ordering, I was probably ordering and buying, or at least going out peg hunting at least 2 times a week, and I was ordering cars too. So I probably would have anywhere from maybe 6 to maybe even some cases 30 diecast vehicles. That was mainline included, premium. But I would at least have 4 to 6 mainline, premium feed cars coming in a week. And that's a lot. It gets expensive. Even though I kind of spent on this last hunt, which you'll see on hopefully on Saturday when I post that video, the next show and tell video. But anyway, uh, I did a video about a week ago. It was a Ferrari showcase, Barango versus Ferraris, in which I uh, displayed 5 Ferrari castings from Barago that I got from a gift box sent by one of my subscribers, Rudy Moons. Then I compared them with some. It was only 3, I think, 3 for 3, and I had 3 Hot Wheels castings that I compared those Ferrari models with. Of course, Ferrari lost Hot Wheels lost the Ferrari license back in 2014, and I doubt they will regain it again. But I decided to do a Ferrari showcase, and before I get into that, on the turntable we got the in silver or gray, I guess. We got the Porsche 918, which from Virago, and we got in that dark red, close to, I guess, burgundy, I think, or maroon. Got a Jaguar F Type from Welly, which I got from Rudy Moon's gift box, which is cool. I actually think the gray one is from an older gift box. So it's from the first gift box. That burgundy, I think, is from the second one. Both real cool. Stuff you can't find in the States. Yeah. So let's get into these Ferraris. First, we're gonna start with this red Ferrari 250 GT that debuted in 2009 new models. It's based on the 1962 model. It was produced from 2009 to 2011, designed by Jun May. Of course, Gran Turismo let me get that right. Gran Turismo Amulata. Oh, I said it wrong. Gran Turismo Amulo Gato, or Grand Touring Homologated, which sounds more practical. That's what the first one was, the Italian version of saying that. This is the 2009 new model's first version. But I really want the Hot Wheels Garage version of 2011 with the detailed headlights and tail lights, in addition to rear rider tires and deep dish wheels. I don't know where I got this from. Maybe Dollar Tree. Maybe Dollar Tree. Could have got it from a CVS or Safeway when they had Hot Wheels on a regular, which both places have stopped carrying Hot Wheels. I think Safeway, they still do. I think Target, they don't do it at all. Man. And I can see some wear on here. Paint chips right here. Missing. But, this is, like I just said, this is 2009. So this car is basically 12 years old. Yeah, it's 12 years old. So I think it's doing pretty good for 12 years old. Wheels are in good shape. That's probably the first thing that fades. And it did have detailed tail lights, though. You can see some color in there. Some orange on the top. You know it's faded on the other side. Pretty cool. Casting. Next, we're going to move to the Ferrari 365 GTB 4, which was nicknamed the Daytona, which Ferrari officially did not like that name. They didn't even give it that name. So that came from the consumers and people who bought the car. They started calling it the Daytona because I think it won at a race in Daytona. I'm not sure. Debuted in first editions 2000, produced from 2000 to 2011, designed by Michael Collins. This is the 2000 first editions version. There is an alternate version with the Italian flag near the Ferrari emblem on the hood. The actual car was actually produced from the late 60s, I think 69, until like maybe 73 or 74. This bad boy is in need of a paint job and a wheel swap. And I think I definitely rescued this one from, and you can tell where the wheels kind of going through some changes back there. And I rescued this car basically from my sister's house where my nephews had abandoned it under the couch. So more than likely they got it from their grandmother's house on their father's side. So I don't know if one of his younger brothers actually had this or what, but had to, because they weren't born till like, I think my oldest nephew wasn't born until like maybe like 2001 or 2002, somewhere in there. It's a cool model, man. I kind of regret, and I found this out, that it was Hot Wheels or one of them did the Miami Vice, even though the Miami Vice, the black Ferrari convertible Daytona, wasn't a true Ferrari. It was a kit car on a Corvette chassis from the 80s. But I still want that Miami Vice. Something like that. Something close to it. And I've seen, I think on XLT Off Road Bears channel, he has a car that's similar to what the Don Johnson, Sonny Crockett character drove around, which was black with tan interior. So I don't know. I'll probably try to track that down, but I know it costs a mint because I think he has that's a Kyoshi. Anyway, let's move on. We're going on with the Ferrari 288 GTO that debuted in the 2008 new models, produced from 2008 to 2012. That's this bad boy right here. And the pearl yellow. And I said it debuted from 2008 to 2012, designed by Phil Rowman, based on the 84 model year of the car. This is the pearl yellow variation that came from 2008 new models. This bad boy in real life had the twin turbocharged V8. And this is probably one of the ones that has held on. Being that this is a 2008, this is a 13-year-old car. And I had it ever since 2008. That just shows how some of the castings were made to last. Of course, they were supposed to be played with, but and it's pretty simple. Not them probably the most accurate, but it has detailed tail lights. You can see all the Ferrari emblems on the bad boy. Got quad pipes out there with a dual exhaust system. Wheels don't look too bad, even though you can tell they're fading. The paint on the wheels. Ferrari emblem and stuff still intact on the hood and on the sides. Interior looks pretty good for a mainline. It's a basic car. It looks good. Not bad for $1, man. Sometimes, in some cases, you would probably get. Remember, there was times I would get like maybe 2 buy one get one free sometimes, especially at like Safeway or something, CVS or something. Next, let's get the Ferrari 575 GTC on this turntable. And this is another one of them that's in kind of bad shape, but it doesn't look raggedy like it was mistreated. Just looks, it shows its age. This debuted in 2006. First editions, realistics, produced from 2005 to 2011, designed by Mark Jones. Of course, the 575 GTC is basically the race version of the 575 Maranello. So this would not be released for public. Maybe you could probably get one, but I think they did a limited edition. Notice the large rear wing spoiler, which was carbon fiber. In real life, it was known for winning multiple professional races worldwide, but in reality, it never would have been silver. It would always be Ferrari red. I had to do some detective work on this one because at first I could not find a plain gray variation represented on the Hot Wheels wiki where I got all this information from. But apparently, after I did some detective work, I discovered that somebody had scraped the black vinyl off the hood along with the yellow Ferrari logo badge, which was all vinyl. And they also scraped the red vinyl decal on the doors that said 575 GTC. This is a 2006 mainline version. This is most definitely one of the cars that I also said, like the 365 GTB, that I rescued probably from my sister's house, because my nephews got to the point where they don't care about. Even though I give one of my younger nephews Hot Wheels, I'm moving more to giving stuff like that kind of to even though he's still young, my youngest nephew, which is basically my great nephew, and he's probably 2 years old by now. So, but he's growing into the hobby, trying to get him into the hobby. The other nephews, which one is 14 and the other is 17, they're into video games. I think I try to show him, the younger one who's interested, I try to show him the collecting thing, and he kind of gets it, but you know how it is, this generation. And this is badly in need of a paint job, wheel swap, but it kind of got a barn find look to it, which got some mystique of its own. So, one of the times I wish I could customize, I think I have probably ingenuity to do it. I just, with these cars, especially with these, my thing is if I can't do it correct, I don't want to do it at all, because they're not making any more Hot Wheels Ferraris right now. I don't think they'll ever get their license back. Even though Toyota and I think somebody else did the same thing. Bugatti did pretty much the same thing. They didn't have the license to produce those models for a few years at Mattel. Now they got it, past couple of years. So anything is possible. Last but not least, we got the Ferrari Enzo, which in actuality was only produced from 2002 to 2004, and only 400 real cars were made in real life. This bad boy, the Hot Wheels replica, debuted in 2003 first editions, produced from 2003 to 2014, designed by Mark Jones, whose name popped up again. And this is it said 12 cylinder, but it's basically V12 mid-engine Berlinito. In real life, that's what it is. Named after the man himself, Enzo Ferrari, who is an infamous jerk. If you do your research on him, Enzo was a total trip, man. I mean, you could see that from the Ford versus Ferrari movie, but he was known for doing some real crazy stuff. He was really a snob, to be honest. Okay, this metallic blue version from Team Exotics 2008 had detailed headlights but no tail lights. And to me, a blue Ferrari is kind of like Superman in a black costume, sport with no cape and 5 o'clock shadow. It just different. I don't know. It's something about it, in my opinion. I think blue looks good on most of these Ferraris, even though traditionally, and especially Enzo, he wanted all the cars to be red. That's why the racing team, the official Ferrari racing team, most of it, if not all, were red. There were exceptions, but Enzo wanted all them cars to be red. That's why we call it Ferrari red. This is not too bad looking for a 13-year-old car that I used to keep in a large bin back in the days before, past couple years, probably I hate to say it, probably past couple, like 4 years. I started pretty going to the Plano cases and stuff. 3 or 4 years. I think it's been 5 years. Trying to take better care of them. Even though most of my Ferraris were on display in my TV stand where I don't watch TV yet. And that's pretty much it, man. Ferrari showcase. Like I always say, not the best Diecast channel, not the worst. The motto here is to show a little love for the Diecast. I'm all about the hobby. Even though, in my opinion, there are better channels that have way better collections than I do. Probably spend more on diecast than I do. I'm pretty much for the blue collar collector. You know, everything comes out of my pocket. I don't get no hookups. I had a few people send me gift box here and there. I don't really trade with nobody on here. I haven't found anybody really in my area who's really interested in the hobby like that. Maybe someday that'll change, but I don't know. Right now, I just, do it for my own enjoyment, man. And with that said, random viewers, I encourage you to like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you have access to all the contents. Until the next time, this is Big Dappuccino signing out. Peace and blessings.